welcome back to Lake George for the season 4 of all this fun and shenanigans up here in the North Country. It's not all idyllic, peaceful paradise here. We've got a revisit from last year's Caterpillar Armageddon, and these little buggers are back in the trees here. And they're getting so hungry they're going to work on the pine trees here. This one's eating a white pine needle, and they're kind of eating into this one too, right up there. And there's not a whole lot we can do about it. Just live with it. It should go away in a couple of years. All right, battery goes back in. All right, it'll start right up, or at least it should. All right, we got enough dust here to write naughty things on the tank, which I'll have to wash off. That's tree pollen, yuck. All right, we're set. I've checked the air, checked everything. What odds do you give me of it starting? Let's see what happens here. Okay, it's in neutral. Energized. Here we, any odds? You think it'll start or not start? He doesn't care. Okay, here we go. Was there ever any doubt? All right, time to go put my gear on, my crashing gear, and hit the road for the first trip. We don't completely map out these trips, but we're gonna head up the west shore of Lake George along Route 9N, and once we get to the Hague, we'll try to figure out which way to go then. As usual, I'm aboard my trusty 2008 Yamaha FZ6 with nearly 100 horsepower. And my neighbor Paul is right behind me with his Victory 8-ball with the Frankenstein Trike modification. Welcome. Stop number 1. A lot of happy birds with this view.
When we stop and there's other people around, nobody wants to know anything about that bike.
Oh, I noticed that very much so. That is such a plain vanilla bike.
They all want to know.
Despite its qualities and the performance levels that it gets, But nobody cares.
In spite of or despite of?
No, in spite of all its performance qualities and quality, nobody cares. And I fully acknowledge that. You know what? It's actually kind of nice to be able to drive around anonymously without attracting a whole ton of attention. Sort of.
Sort of.
Why am I on YouTube? Okay, yeah, right.
Yes, exactly.
So this is kind of annoying. Somebody put up no trespassing signs, posted and patrolled. Because kids were, breaking beer bottles down here by our Philosophy Lake. Too bad. I liked it here. So you hear that? Not the birds. The silence.
There'd be a whole bunch of people here.
No, I think we pretty much got the Adirondacks to ourselves. Well, welcome to the old Riverside Railroad Station here in Riparius. Riparius, my old friend. It started in 1870. Now, there's some weirdness going on over here. There was a kiosk across the tracks here, and it looks like it used to be bolted down here. And I'm just going to guess a big old wind came up and took it sideways, or Beavis and Butthead were here visiting. But it looks like they could put it back up. So just think, if I can stand here and perform some kind of wormhole quantum physics magic, Teddy Roosevelt would pass through my body on his way to becoming the President of the United States, right down these tracks. Maybe it could happen. It already did. I just checked the water temperature at Hall's boat, and it was 53.94, 3 feet below the surface down in the southern basin. Of course, we're 10 miles north, so it's that much closer to the Arctic Circle, so it's probably 53.87 and not 0.94. All right, am I gonna do this? I don't know, but I'm gonna try. The peanut gallery back there thinks I'm not. I'm not putting my head in. Okay, that's it. So we're back in the routine. Got the old Barbie going here. Got some burgers for dinner. While I work on the burgers, I can admire my wife's little wildland garden, as long as the deer don't eat it. And our little piece of woods here. So while we wait for the burgers to be finished, we'll wrap this one up and call it a day. Good one. Thanks for being with us. Good night, everybody. Hey, turn that camera off. You're going to ruin the illusion.